Say I'm doing a bunch of stuff today. This morning, and this is when I craft, is in the morning. It's real early. And it's just how I do it. Let's see this camera here. So I got a lot of questions about how I was putting these junk journals together and what I do and all this. And so I just wanted to talk to the beginners for a minute to show them how to lay this out and, figure out how you're going to do it. And so what I've done is, and then later I'm going to show you how to make, we're going to make homemade Mod Podge, okay? But I just wanted to do this first. So I've just got some things that I really like. I got some images that I really like. And I'm making those sack journals. I have all those die cuts and those calling cards, that I've bought here lately, if you guys have been watching my channel at all. And so I wanted to save the really nice ones for, a really nice journal. Not that these aren't really nice, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of these sacks. I just really like them. I'm addicted to them right now. And so I'm using them in some of these sack journals, although, well, anyway, I don't have to go there right now, but it's not what I was planning. So I figured I would just show you what I was doing since I'm doing it. Okay, so the sack journals, this takes some preparation. This isn't, when I first started doing these, this is not what I thought it was going to be, okay? So first you have to go find all these different sacks. I go everywhere. I go everywhere looking for them, And so anyway, I have the lunch bag sacks, and then I found, these, I don't know what kind they are, and then I found some glassine and some deli bags and just some different stuff. And so first, you want to treat them, and it's the coffee. I'm just, coffee or tea, but the coffee I really like because it just looks really good, especially on these glassine bags. But I wanted to tell you something. See how it's sticking? So what happens is, this is from, I'm dipping them in coffee, and then I'm putting them in the oven. But I stacked these, I don't think it's glassine. Maybe it is. I'm not sure, you guys. I'm so new at this. I think it is. But I stacked them up, and now they stuck together. But if I dip it in coffee, and then I mix it up with, other paper and stuff, it doesn't seem to stick as bad. But, so that's just a heads up. And then if you over-bake it, it just crumbles. So you really gotta watch. And I don't have any patience, so I put my oven at 350. And then I just stand there and wait, and I pull off papers off, the top or the bottom. You gotta watch the bottom too. And I put baking paper down. And so anyway, I know that these bags, these glassine bags or paper bags or whatever they are, these kind take decoupage really good. So I know I'm going to decoupage these, and I know that I'm going to use my roses, okay? So first we have to treat all the paper, and then we have to figure out what we're going to do to it. At least that's how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to put this rose napkin on these, and then like I said, I got my images. And then I know that this plain coffee stained paper, I punch those. Okay, so you get these all together, because I know I'm going to punch these. Okay, I'll put them here. And then these ones, this is the one I put the lace trim on, and this is the one I make the flip-ups for. So I know, and I make flip-ups for every side, so I know I have to make 4 flip-ups for this. I have to find some lace for this. I have to get the napkins out for these, and I have to punch and stamp and cut the corners or whatever I'm going to do on these. Okay? So, that's what we're going to do. And then, I'm going to show you how to make homemade Mod Podge. And then, you know, I never made a lot of journals or any journals with images before. But I seen a couple of them, well, a lot of them do it and just use the images for the pretty part, you know. And so I figured I would try it. I used them with my Tsunami Rose project, and so that's why I still have them all out. I fell in love with some of these images, and I just love them. And so my next one is going to be, I think this is going to be the cover, because these two girls just looking at this book, and they're just really enjoying it, or they're reading a letter, I think. And so I'm going to use this for a cover because it, I don't know, it does something to me. And so all the images I picked out are going to be women reading books or letters of some kind. I just like that whole idea. Look at this one. Oh my. I love her. Look at her little feet. Oh my goodness. So anyways, and these, you know, I just Google Victorian women reading books, you know, so it's not hard. So anyway, so that's that. So I'm going to just, I have a total mess because, I always say that, because I just got done with that Tsunami Rose project, and it was my first one, you know, and so I was in a mild panic, you know. And my printer has been down for so long. And anyway, it's really early here, I'm sorry, but I'm having coffee with you guys because so early. I do my crafting real early in the morning. My husband gets up at 2:45 for work. So I'm up. This is when I do it. And then at night when he comes home after dinner, why then we both come in here. So I'm going to punch these. I got this puncher. I'm not even sure if I like it yet. But, so, it doesn't work exactly great, and it's tough to get the paper in. And I don't know, I think it might be stuck, but I can't seem to knock it loose or fix it, so I just have to struggle through with it. But it doesn't like anything. It's very particular. Okay. And then I have this Crocodile. And I'm just going to do the corners. And then, let's see here. Here. So, I have my die cuts. I have my images. And you prepare the paper. And I'm not sewing them together until I have my sewing done, you know, because you sew some of the pages or some of the tags, either one. And I don't make my tags ahead of time usually. I made some of the nursery rhyme tags because I know I have so many, like, you know, hundreds, so it doesn't really matter. But I wait a lot of times till I know where it's going to go, you know. Sometimes I put lace on the top or on the side or this or that, and it doesn't fit into where I want to put it, so I've learned that I just wait. Okay. So, you know, it's a process to get all this done. It's not fast. And I don't know how some of these girls do it. But, it takes a long time, even in these little ones, you know. I heard other people talk about it too, that these little ones sometimes, you know, they take a lot of work, and sometimes you almost want to, I mean, you know, some of the stuff I put in my Etsy shop, you know, and some of it I give away, or, you know, gifts or whatever. It's a variety, you know. But the stuff I put in the Etsy shop, it's like, oh my god, I spent so much time on that. You could never, you could never put a price tag on some of this, you know what I mean? Because you would just do it because we love it, you know. But these ones that I put my calling cards in and stuff, I'm charging a little bit more. But I am going to make some, if I can. It's really difficult. You know, I like to have little $20 items, and it's sometimes difficult to do it because you like to, well, I like to make everything really full, you know. There. Okay. So I got my sheets there. And here's my, I'm using this jumbo size sack for my cover, and so I like to use this back side. I don't know. Some people just ignore it or they cut it off, but I like to use it. So I cut right here, and I cut right here, and then it kind of pulls up a little bit, and then I cut this end. And so now it kind of flips open. And I've been putting like little writing pads right here. I've been making little things, you know. And I don't like Elmer's glue for fabric. I'm finding out it doesn't want to stick, really. Alright, so anyway, so then it gives you this flap, and then you have this cool opening, you know. And then you could do something to this right here, but I don't because it's my cover. And then this time I decided to trim it out with this pink satin because of that picture I showed you. These girls have those satin dresses, and I just want to play on that for a minute, you know. So then I can tuck in all my little things here and then move on, you know. So, see, you're getting it ready here. Now this one, I know I'm going to glue trim on, so I got to find some kind of trim that I like, you know. And then this one I got to make flip-ups for. And then these I'm decoupaging, and this is why I'm making the decoupage glue. Okay, this is what I want to show you too, because this is a really cool way to do it. The only thing I can't find is, so I went and got my own squeeze bottles. I think I got this out of the baking section at Walmart, I'm not sure. Can't remember now. And I have the leftovers. I'm trying to get rid of this bottle of tacky glue. And I have gold paint. And I need some water, which I forgot. So, I'm making my own Mod Podge, although it's going to be thinner probably than what you're used to. This is, it gives it a really cool shimmer because of the gold, right? This is yucky and old. I shouldn't be using this right now, but I can't find, I don't know why it's doing that. It's getting dried up in there or something. I must have left it open too long. Alright, and I don't even know how much to use. This is a big bottle. But we can add more later. But it's this gold metallic. I love it. And then, what happened with this tacky glue is, you guys, I got it home before I knew what I was doing. I cut the tip off too fat, and it's a wreck. So anyways, I'm using my old glue. that I'm trying to get rid of. And you put gold paint in it, and then your glue, and then water. You're thinning your tacky glue down, you know how thick it is. And I know this is expensive too, and you can do this with regular, like any glue you want. But I'm using this tacky glue because I'm trying to get rid of this bottle. Okay, so while this is dripping, I'm going to get some water. I don't know, I think this might be enough. Well, I don't know, I'm scared now all of a sudden. Alright, I gotta get a glass of water, it's right here. Okay, and also, I'm gonna put some coffee in it. Too, watch this. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm sorry I didn't have this set up before, but you know what? It's just the way it is. Okay, watch this. I don't even know how much to use. I really don't, because this is all experimentation. But I heard it from somewhere about how we can make our own Mod Podge, and you know how I like to make my own everything. So, we're going to try this out. And it looks really good when you're trying to make your own tags, and like on book pages, you know, when they're real plain. And maybe you didn't coffee dye them or whatever, you know. So, I seen it on top of, ooh, I'm getting some liquid out here. Why is that? It looks really good on top of book pages. So we're going to do some of those too. So now, I'm just going to let it sit here while we're doing this. You know? Cool. I don't know if I should have mixed it in something else first, but I don't think so. I think I can just do this and shake it up. This is going to look so awesome. Coffee, gold paint, and glue. I'm excited. And it's supposed to be like the coolest Mod Podge glue. I don't know. So the lady who told me about this is in our chat group, Emma Goody. I asked her if I could share, and she said yeah. So that's what I'm doing. This is going to be so neat. I'm so excited. I said to her, how did you ever get glue and coffee and gold paint to mix? But this is going to be really cool. And it looks good over top of everything, she said. It gives it a good shimmer and whatever. So we're going to let it mix up here while we're working on our pages. This is going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. Look at this. Is looking cool. I still haven't gotten really a lot to this gold paint yet, but this is going to be fun. So I go to Office Depot yesterday to get paper. That was dumb. I said to the manager, don't you guys know Walmart exists? He just looks at me. It's like, how can you spend $15 on a thing of paper? I just can't bring myself to it. I just can't. Okay, this is looking really good. Look at this. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh my. This is going to be so fun. I wish this gold would get mixed up better. But you know, that tacky glue is really thick. Alright. So we'll let this sit for a minute, I guess. You'll have to watch me shake glue. But I've come to realize sometimes it doesn't really matter. You just want some company, you know, while you're doing it. And that's why I named it just junking, because I'm not seriously doing anything. I'm just farting around. And I've had a lot of you girls say, let's do it. So, I wanted to talk about decoupage for a minute. I know I said I'm making decoupage glue, which I am. But this decoupage is different because I'm going to use a glue stick, and it's completely different. And I just wanted to share this because I didn't know, and it took me, well, I don't know. We'll just do it. Okay? So, this is going to be my first page. I like my glassine bags to be my first page because I like to start out with roses with mine. I know the roses get old, but I don't care. I love them, and it's just the way it is. That is my reality. Okay. And I have this really cool stamp. It's an old vase, and I almost want to use it on here, but I love to do that. Look at this old stamp. Isn't that cool? And then I just put a bunch of roses on the top. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to see. I've never stamped on here yet, so this kind of, so I don't even know if it's going to work. But we're just going to do it. Anyways, just to see. I think this vase is a little bit tall for this bag, but I don't know. And then I could just put, and then I fill this whole thing up here with roses. It looks really good on a tag, you know. And usually I save it for a tag, but I don't know. I kind of want to do it on here, but I'm looking at it and I think it's too small. Bummer. I'm going to wait and use it on a tag. Too small. Alright, so I want to use these roses. Somebody sent me this napkin and one. So, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do when it's gone. Anybody know where to get these? Like, tell me, because I need it really bad. This is like my staple. Without these, I don't know what to do. Okay, so I wish I had that Mod Podge glue done, but we're going to try it both ways, just for kicks, okay? So the glue stick does something completely different than this Mod Podge glue, okay? Because first of all, the texture of the napkin, you know, that feeling of the napkin, you don't get that when you put a bunch of Mod Podge over it. It all goes away. And you don't get the crinkle, because the Mod Podge glue takes all the crinkle out, right? Because it's way too wet. So sometimes you want to use a drier glue, and that's when the glue stick is the best to use, you know. So I'm going to show you. But I didn't know there was a difference for quite some time. And so I just put, you got to watch out though. Of course that might not work too well. You got to be really careful, but I just do it on here. We'll just do it on here. I just put a little bit down so I could, ooh, excuse me, so I can secure it a little bit. Okay. And then I just flip it up. And I just glue down where it's going to go, you know, basically. And here, you can still hear the crunch, see? Now, if I was to put a bunch of Mod Podge glue on here, the crunch goes away, and that's why we coffee stain it and bake it, so we can have the crunch, you know. Okay, so now this is going to stay on here, and you still get that feeling, and you still get the crunchy. So it works out really good. And so I let it dry just a little bit, and then I'll show you what I do. So I'm going to put a couple on here since we're doing it, okay? I like the edge ones too, for whatever reason. I got a thing about it. I like all the ones on the edges. So again, I'm just ripping it off. And then you overlap because you're collaging, you know. Okay, and these edge ones, I put them right on the edge because it's cool. There. See? I just like the roses. They're so pretty. Okay. And that's all I do is put roses on. I was thinking I could put some music paper on there or whatever, but I'm not going to. I just want all roses. I think I want one more though, and I want like a light pink one because I have dark ones there. So let me find one here. I got one. And then I just rip it out. And then I'm going to do the other one with that Mod Podge glue we made, okay? So we can look at the difference. At least what it looks like over these colors. I want to do it over what it looks like on book pages too. But we'll see. Now I left 2 on this one. We'll see what this looks like, huh? I guess. For some reason I keep wanting to do music, so I guess I'll just do it. I was wanting to, but then I thought, no, I want just roses, and now I changed my mind. See how it goes? See how it goes? You never know with me what's going to happen. And I already glued these down. That was dumb. I might be able to lift it up to get this just a little bit under the corner. Just a little bit. So it looks like I didn't forget. There, see? Now it looks like I didn't even forget it. See? I tricked you. See? I tricked you. There, look. That's cute. Okay. I think this is too big is what my problem is. I think I want another little bit of music here. I think. Okay, and then I'm going to do kind of a romantic one. Not that they haven't done before, but I'm just saying I haven't ever done one. So I think it's fun. I think I want it right there. For some reason it's bugging me. That looks good. So I'm going to put that music paper right there. Over that spot. Then I'll put this over that and over that. See? How cute. Like this. I gotta rip a little more of this napkin off. Alright. Now you see what I mean. I mean, you can spend a lot of time on one little thing. You know. But we like it. That's why we do it, right? There. There, that's cute, see? Now, ooh, I like that one, but I'll use it on my next one. Because I'm going to do 2 so that we can put glue stick on one and then that Mod Podge we're making on the other one, right? So we're going to do 2, okay? I cut all the ends of my bags because I put stuff in every one. I don't care. It's fun. It's way funner. I'm going to use this pink one on here first. Now my coffee's cold. And I want to go heat it up. I do that constantly. Reheat. But now I'm doing this with you guys and I can't stop. For 2 whole minutes. No. I could go put it in the microwave, but That would be rude. Unless I don't have anyone watching. Let me see. I can't see my number. Oh, I do. So I won't leave. I wonder what you guys are doing. Does it let you say anything while you're watching? I don't even know. I haven't watched anyone go live yet. I've been too busy lately doing my own, and I could have inked these, I guess, but you know what? All that stuff takes so much extra, like, I mean, I do it on my big journals, but on these little sack ones, sometimes I don't do all that because, you know, okay. Now, I'm still gluing this down with a glue stick, even though we're going to put Mod Podge over it. I'm still putting it down with this real quick. Okay. Okay. It's okay at the edges. Sometimes I just leave it and glue it around the edge, you know, or I just rip it off when it dries, but I like to glue it around the edge. Sometimes. This one seems to be a little stuck. I'm going to have to see what's going on inside here. Like I said, I probably baked it on top of each other and it sticks then. Okay, I think I'll do this one because it's on the corner, on the side, I mean on the edge. And then we'll try out this cool glue. That looks alright, but I still feel like I need something else now. One little bit, this one's too much. I'll just rip it. I want to put one more music note over here. There. Then I'll put the rose on top. Okay? And it's on the edge because I like the ones on the edge. Ooh. I love it. Alright. Alright, so this one that we did with the glue stick, I'm just keeping it with the glue stick. Now, I go around the edges just real careful and I pull outward just a little bit. I set it on the edge and pull out so that I'm gluing the edges down. Because you don't want to push in, because if it wrinkles or rips or whatever, you want it to, you know, do it in the right direction if it's going to do it. Okay. There, nice. See? And then a lot of times, sometimes you get that little perforation that from the embossing of the napkin, and I don't sometimes like that. So I do go right down on the whole thing, and I give it a little push because I'm trying to take out those embossing marks because I don't like them on there sometimes. See? There, so it took it right out, see? So that's just cute, right? And it keeps the value of the napkin and the crunch on the bag. And so I love glue sticks for that. Love it. Okay, now this. We'll see if our glue's ready, but it doesn't look ready, does it? That gold is still way down there. I might have to get something to stir it with real quick to get it moving here. But I wanted to do it with you and not just do it and Because a lot of times I watch videos and they say I did this, I did this, I did that, but then you go to do it and it's like, what? Although this isn't hard, I'm just saying. I've done that a lot. And I don't even know how thin it's supposed to be, really. So we'll just see. Alright, so I think I'm going to stir this because it's just not happening as fast as I want it to. So I'm just going to use one of my paintbrushes I got sitting here. But this is really cool. In case you just got here. It's my leftover Mod Podge glue that I'm trying to get rid of. Coffee. And gold metallic paint. And we're making our own, you know, Mod Podge glue. So I'm just trying to mix it up at the moment. And then we're going to use it for decoupage over these roses. And look at the cool effect we get. And see how much it like takes an extra step away. Because I do dry brush gold over the top of a lot of stuff. You know. But if I'm Mod Podging and I already have the gold in the glue, well then it eliminates a whole step. Right? Alright. Now that I got some of it in there, I can shake it, I think. My poor paintbrushes, they go through so much. Okay. We'll try it out. I knew I was doing these, so I was at Office Depot, like I said, but I found this washi tape. It's so cute. When I went to, I went to Michael's because Hobby Lobby's closed on Sunday. But, I love it. But now that I get it home, it's like, I don't know. I mean, so there's a point where it gets too sickening, you know? It's just too much sometimes. But I'm sure I'll be able to use it somewhere. I like the gold. And I really love this pink glitter. But the glitter's tape never seems to stick, does it? And I really love this one. And the pink too. You know, I love them all, I guess. But I'm all excited. $10 for that. I didn't realize washi tape was so expensive. Okay. So I want to get a couple of book pages and try it out before I put it on my pretty roses, right? So let's try this puppy out. I'll try it on a regular book page. And then I'll try it on coffee stained. I just got an envelope that's all screwed up. We'll try it on that. I want a coffee stained book page, but here we go. Okay. I want to try it out just to see what the heck's going to happen here. I need a really good brush. Okay. Okay. Keep shaking this, but it doesn't seem to want to. What a pain. I mean, it is, but it's not at the same time. Okay. Alright, so we'll just try it out. Oh, I got glue all over me. Popped out everywhere. Alright, so let's just see what the consistency of this is going to be. And then, I want to Mod Podge something on it, you know. So I'll just do some music paper. And I gotta ink it first or it's gonna be not right. And it's under, my little sponge is underneath all my stuff here. I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna use this real quick. I don't like using it like this, but I don't know what else to do except dig for it. Alright. Good enough. Just to look. We'll see how it looks. Okay. So, I guess I should, I'm going to pour some on a little plate here. I got a plate right here waiting for me. I did do that. I did do that part of it. I got a couple plates. I got an orange sitting here because I'm dying. I don't even want to stop to eat anything, you know. Okay. I'm just going to squirt some out on a plate really quick, just a little bit so we can see. Okay. I don't know if that's going to have enough gold paint in it, but we'll see what it looks like. I might want a little more gold paint. But you see what color it's giving, right? I don't know, this might be good. It looks like coffee, but I wanted a little more shimmer, but we'll see what it looks like when it dries, too. Alright. So we'll try it out here. Try it out before I put it on my pretty roses. We'll see. I mean, the consistency seems to be okay. You know, it's just not as thick because we added coffee, you know. Tacky glue is so thick. Oh my god, I love it for fabric and stuff. It's my favorite, but this might work out really good. You know, for tags and stuff or whatever you want to use it for. But I'm going to make this into a tag. That would be really neat if it was a little bit gold, right? I think I'm going to want to add more gold though, but we'll see here. Because so far I really don't see any shimmer, none to speak of really. But it's not dry either. Okay. So it does give a nice age effect to that music paper because the music paper is this color, right? So that is a nice color, isn't it? But I think it could be a little darker, don't you? So, but it's also not mixed up all the way either. But I think I'm going to want more gold paint. So I think I'm just going to add some to it right now, because if I know me, I'm not going to be satisfied until here it is. I was going to say, I set things down and then it gets lost in the abyss. The abyss of my desk. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just got done with that Tsunami Rose project, and so now I figured I always clean up after every project. You know, every one I do, then I clean up and I start, you know, do another one. But I got all this stuff out of all the same themes, so I'm going to do another one. So I'm not cleaning. Ha ha. Alright, I'm putting more gold paint in there, dang it. Alright, and then if it's still not, I'll just add more coffee, but I think it keeps poofing out the top. That bugs me. glue everywhere. Alright. I got a frog in my throat. I don't know why. Alright, this is going to be really good. Really good trick. I hate waiting for the bottom of my glue to be done. You know what I mean? It seems like seems like the end of that stinking Mod Podge tub takes forever. Alright. I'm going to pour some more out now and we'll see what it... if it looks any different. Try it out. Alright. Oh my god, this is atrocious ink like this. I can't even stand it. I need my little thing. I don't like this. Like this. But I know it's going to be collaged over top of anyway. But where is my little thingy? Here it is. Can't stand doing it like that. Oh my god. Okay. Now we're getting normal. I like my sponge better. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. I don't even know. Can't see if anybody's watching or if you can see what I'm doing. I got it set up so good, don't I? Okay, see, that just looks so much better. Can't help it. Alright. Now we'll try this. See if we get a different color. A darker color. I really just want more gold. We'll see what we can get it to look like. This is drying. It looks really cool. It's drying pretty good here. I still don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, it gives it nice color, doesn't it? It looks like, coffee with cream in it. Ooh, I like that color. I like this better, I think. See the edges, how it's yellowing more? Oh, yeah. I think I like this darker better. Unless it's from the ink. It could be from the ink, too. Which it probably is, now that I look at it. But we'll see. Because that was just wet 2 seconds ago. Regardless, I like it, but it doesn't help me to see if my color's done. I don't know, though. This is going to be neat. Okay. I missed some right there. How could I miss some? That's okay. Just go back over it. I really still don't see a gold shimmer. What the heck? Really don't. I just see coffee and glue, right? I don't know. I mean, I know it's in there. Looks kind of neat, though. We'll see what it looks like when it dries. But I really want some of that gold. Dang it. Alright, so I'm going to set this somewhere. Somewhere. And I'll just put it on here. We'll just do it, huh? I just wanted to see what it looked like first before I ruin my pretty roses. But I don't think it'll ruin it. It's just glue, right? Alright. I'm scared even though it's just glue. Oh. Okay. Ah, my pretty roses. We'll see. And then, you know, I'm going to take a lot of the crunch away because I'm going to get it all wet. But I just want to see what it's going to look like. And how much gold paint to add. Okay. We'll see what this looks like then. I was scared, but it's okay. It's all going to be okay. Alright. The only thing is we're not going to get to see, like, if I did a normal video, like normal people, they do it and then show you what a finished product looks like. Do I ever do that in my videos? I don't think I do. I think I always show you everything half done. It's funny. I don't know why I do that. I get too excited to share with you something that I learned, and then... Oh, it's funny. Okay. So the difference, we'll see now what this is going to be and do, I guess, when it dries. But, okay. Now we're going to go back to setting up our pages here while we let all this dry, and then we'll see what it looks like, okay? And then, that's going to be really cool, though, if we just learned a new Mod Podge recipe, right? I mean, no, orange, sorry. Okay. Now, we can pick out some trim. For get rid of this glue now for a minute. And we can pick out some trim here. Let's see. I have a whole bunch of these sacks now made up. And then these ones are the jumbo bags. Then these ones are just the regular size. And then I did get some of that elementary paper, you know what I mean, with the lines on it. This stuff to go in the nursery rhymes. I originally started doing these sack journals because I had, you know, those nursery rhyme tags. I was going to make them, you know, from here, but with these ones. But I ended up, I have so many I can make them all, don't matter. Okay. So these pages right here are the ones that I put the trim on. And I always, well, I try. I know that isn't going to be possible all the time, but I do like to use vintage lace. If I can get my hot little hands on it. And I have some that I like for pages. So it's this stuff. So, you know, cut and glue. That's all I do with this. And everything is always in various stages of drying, you know. That's how it goes with doing this stuff. I don't like to use hot glue, let me tell you. I did on my first couple journals, but no more because it makes everything heavy. and it's not the same. It's just not the same. It doesn't give you any flexibility. It's hard. And this white glue is just better all around. I found this little tacky. It's so good. Here. Then we'll do the other side. Okay. So I was making some phone calls yesterday, you know. And it's a really funny thing. You know, most people, I mean, sometimes you call a person because, you know, usually you have something to tell them, right? So, I call my mom. I wanted to tell her something. And, you know, she was busy. No big deal. So, call my daughter. Or I text my daughter first and say, you know, la la la. No response. Right? Okay. I got 2 daughters, and I call the other one. I text her, you know, and she says, like, yay, or whatever, and that was fun, you know. But we didn't get to really, like, elaborate or anything. And then my husband, you know, I tell him, yeah, you know. And so, you know, you come to find out everybody's living in their own reality, you know. And everybody has their own deal going on. And nobody really, you know, listening is a skill. It really is. Nobody wants to take the time to listen. And so I realized, you know, nobody listens to me. And I know that a lot of people feel that way. I can't be the only one. You know, your kids never listen to you, you know. We already know that. It's not something new. But really, people just don't listen anymore. Or care about, you know, anything because they're going through their own, living in their own dream. So, this is why I love my YouTubies. Because when you go on YouTube, you're ready to listen. Isn't that something? So now we can do, I'm making corners now, flip-ups for this graph paper. So you just fold square, you know. And I need 4 of them because it's all sides. You know, 1 page is 4 pages, for Pete's sakes. God. So anyway, I thought to myself, well, shoot. If I ever have anything really that I want to say, I guess, you know, in fact, I'm going to do it to my husband just for a joke. Just for a joke. Or my kids, too. That might be really funny. If I have something really important to say and I put it on YouTube just to see if... see how long it'll take for them to watch it, you know? And actually notice. That's so funny. So, I know when I come on here that you're either doing something, you know, like I'm doing, and you want to just sit and have some company and listen. That's what I do. So we had selective hearing, you know, so we'll do selective listening. It's the same thing, only a little different. I don't know. I guess it depends on how you want to do the flip-ups. Sometimes I want them to flip from a certain direction, you know what I mean? There. This one's still too big. Sometimes I like to have the flip-ups in the center of the signature sometimes. Because then you can put the 2 tags there and it just looks nice, you know, sometimes. Sometimes I like to do it that way. When I'm feeling all monochromatic. Alright. Okay. Flip up number 1 is completed. I don't know why these are so stinking fun. But they just are. Okay. There we go. Now I turn it over and do the other side. See how we get this all set up? We get it all set up. And then, you know, some of them we sew on. Some of the pages we sew on too. So we'll just see here how it all works out. It's a process, you know. I mean, this takes all day, you know. A couple days sometimes. These minis, you know, I mean, you think they're mini, but they're not mini. It takes a lot of work. I heard, I think it was Lori Fusco. I love her, and Girl on the Ridge, you know. And she was saying the other thing. She was saying that too. She had a mini. I mean, she had a lot of signatures and, you know, hardcover and all that. So she even did more than me. I ain't even doing all that. And she's like, dang, I finally got this done. Takes a lot of work for those dang little things. But we like the minis because they're so stinking cute. And we get to use all the cute little mini stuff. It's so fun. Okay, one more. And we're done with that. I like these little smaller. There. Okay, so we got that page done. We got the lace trim on the ledger paper. We punched the regular coffee stain paper. See, we're getting it all together here. See, and we decoupaged our bags. The only one we have left now is this real thick fatty. This one I don't know where I got it. Somewhere. But this one's real thick. It's like, I guess I didn't cut the bottom of it yet. And this one is sturdy enough to where you could like sew on it or, you know, whatever. But I usually just clip something to it. The other ones are so skinny you can't really clip anything to them. You know, without them bending and stuff. So I'll probably clip a tag onto that. And then put something in the middle. You know, in the sack. And I'm sorry, I have to eat an orange. Okay. So let me look at my images here. See if I got a small enough one. Maybe this one. I could cut it down a little bit. I love it. She's laying outside reading her little book, you know. Isn't that cute? So I like to punch the corners and, you know, do all that stuff, but I'm not wrong. It's just preliminary. Just looking, you know. I do the tags last, but I just like to see. So maybe we'll save that one for this. Okay. So here we go then. Alright. I know this one is done because that's the one we use the glue stick on, see? It's nice and dry. We still get the crinkle. And it's pretty, right? Nice. So I like to do a bag and then one of my coffee stain papers, see? like it like that. And then I put in, you know, you mix it up. So you don't have the same, and I always put in a, well, not always, but sheet of paper, you know. And then I'll put this bag in. I just want to set it up, showing you, you know. And then another piece of paper. And then I would put this glassine bag in, but I feel like this glue is still wet. Now I do like it. It looks good. But I still don't see, I see a little bit of gold. Boy, it's just, it's right, it's on there though, you guys. I know you can't see it, but it's on there. Isn't that interesting? When it dries, I will show you. That's really cool. I love this. So I would put that here, but it's not quite dry yet. So I'll just leave it. And then I'll know. That's where I, oh, what do I got here? Yeah, that's where I put my two planes. And then I'll put this one in the center, like I told you I wanted. See? So then I can put two pretty tags here. And, you know, this will be good. I think I only have 10 pages. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I need some more in here, don't I? A couple more, I think. So, we could do, I could just do a sheet of music paper, but the thing with that is it looks pretty, but that's about it in it. But that's okay. It's pretty, and I can make pocket. Maybe. I get tired of making pockets. Well, let me tell you. I just do. Because then you gotta fill it. I always say that. Then you gotta fill it. Which I don't mind, but, you know. How many tags can a person make in a lifetime? A lot. Okay. Let's look at this one now and see. Oh yeah, it's drying, and once it's drying, it really does bring that gold out. OMG, look at that. Can you see it? I don't know on the camera, but that looks really cool. If you're just tuning in, it's, we're making our own Mod Podge glue, and I used the rest of my tacky glue that I had to get rid of the bottle, and I added coffee to the glue and gold paint. And we're trying it out here, and boy, oh, I love it. This is really cool. I love it. Alright, it's drying out really good. In fact, if it dries this good, I might just use this for one of the sheets of paper here. I need at least one more. Right? Okay. So, I really like the way that looks. I might use that. So anyway, with these little sack journals then, I sewed on the middle. I got pink thread, and it's just, I don't know, it's just easier. Okay, so now we're getting it set up here, see? Okay, so now I can kind of go through. I like to go through my images just to see which ones and what's going to fit and where. I love her. Look at this. Can you stand that dress? And look at her little feet. I don't know how she lives with such little feet like that. Okay. This one I like too, but it's big. And the glue is still a little bit wet. And I haven't sewed on them or anything. I'm just looking to see which one looks. I like this one too. Look, she's laying on her little, and to the books and the flowers, and I just love the look on her face. Okay, so I think any one of these would fit in here. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah, see, that'll fit right in. So that'll be cute. So we can use her for this one. And then, what I like to do is, now that I made this flip up here with this, I have to make the paper and stuff that goes on here. And I'm going to use Tsunami Rose, I think, some of the stationery. And then that opening is right here, so we can fill that. So we have to make envelopes and things for that, too, for all the stuffing of the sacks. Alright, so I like this one for that. So I'm going to punch the corners, and I'm going to see here now. Oh yeah, I did the wrong. I like 1/2 inch corners. I never use the quarter unless it's something really small and I don't want to. And so now, I haven't decided on this one what trim I'm going to use, but we'll see. I took out a whole bunch of it. I also, my mom sent me this, thinking that I could cut each one out, you know, how they do. But looking at it, it's going to be more complicated because if I cut this, it's all going to unravel. And I don't crochet or any of that. But I can plainly see that is going to happen. So what I'm going to have to do is, I think I'm going to have to take my sewing machine and sew and then cut so it doesn't unravel. You know what I mean? And if it starts unraveling, I'll just have to sew it or something. I'll have to figure out a way I can applique these, because isn't that pretty? I hate to ruin it, but it's not really ruining it. You know, I'm going to use it for something else. I was going to use it in one of her journals, but she said to me, cut it up. It's cool, but it's not going to work on that. So we'll see. I always like my muslin, but then I have these that I was using for the note cards. And I like to use note cards for these because, for the socks, see, because I coffee stained these yesterday. Because, see, they fit right in real nice, see. And this is just flower trim, and I coffee stained it. And then I cut them off one by one, and I make these little tabs, and they're really cute. But I do use, shamefully, no, I was going to say I do use hot glue for these. But they're just little. And then you just glue right here, and it's just really cute, see? And I make a whole bunch of those for that. And then the guest checks I use too for this. And I get a little muffin piece of paper, and I rip the bottom off the end, and I just staple it here, coffee stained. And then sometimes we put an image and dressing on here, and sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes I just put it in here to write a list. I like these for my lists, you know, for my groceries and stuff. Because when I'm digging in my purse, I have so much crap. You know, receipts and all your shit. Oh my god. So I like these because I can see it and I know what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? When I go in there and dig for stuff. So I'm going to make some of these too for that. So we have lots of organizing to do here for these little sock journals. It takes a lot to get these done. So I still haven't found a trim for this, and you know, I always want to go. I wish I had some more of that pink seam binding that was so pretty. But you know, I'm out. But I did make these, and it's just muslin with script stamping on it. It's not a big deal. But these all go in on the side like this. So whatever it is, I kind of like to make a tab, you know, kind of, rather than just having lace there. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just make little tabs of these, but I might do some sewing too. I'm just not sure. But see, it's a creative process. So until I decide, because I haven't decided yet, I'll just keep organizing here. So I'll put this in here because I know that's where I'm going to want to put that. And this one, I know I'm going to want to be out somewhere where you can see it, because that puppy is pretty. I might use it in if I can find it. This one. I found these treat bags somewhere. Can't remember, Walmart or something. For candy, you know. And they're just clear, which I like. I have to cut some of this off here and fix her up, but I am just seeing if she fits. Ooh, she does. Look at that, see? So, that's why I like these clear bags, because now, look, I lay it in there and you can see it. I wish it was this way, though. You know what I mean? Let's see if I could do it that way. How would I do it that way? I don't know. We'll see if I can get it in this way. I can get it in that way, but then it's only a single. Unless I did it, I really don't know how I would do it unless I sewed it on to something. But anyway, I'm going to leave that for an idea. Because I really think she's pretty. And I want to leave her somewhere where pretty visible. So, that's plain. I leave that. And this one I usually either put gesso on it or I just put clip tags to it, you know. This one's a nice sturdy piece. I don't know, I could maybe cut some of her down and put her on that nice thick one I was talking about. And make a tag out of her maybe. She's just so pretty, I hate to even mess with it. Because in the background there's a clock and an angel and some things back there that you miss, and sometimes you put all that trim on and all that junk on there and you take away from, you know, the beauty of the image. Sometimes. Not all the time, I'm just saying. Sometimes less is more, gals. Right? Sometimes. Not generally how I like to do it, but sometimes it is. Ooh, I just can't stand it. Can you imagine? You know, dressing like that? I can't imagine. I would love it, though. I'd be the gaudiest broad around. I always imagine myself being a Mae West. You know, I'd be all snotty and stuff. Have all these good one-liners to tell everybody. That'd be so funny. Alright, I gotta cut this a little bit because I just can't cut straight. And I don't like this Fiskars either. I'll never get another one. Ever in a million years. And I feel like writing the company and telling them, how can you live like that? Making products that don't even work all the time, you know? Annoying! You know. Especially new people, because you're all excited to get ready and, you know, go do your thing. And then you get home and the stinking thing doesn't even work. Oh, yeah, I get so mad. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. You know, I have to get over it, adorning these. I just sometimes don't even want to do it because they're so stinking pretty the way they are. I went through this the other day with the other ones. And I have this really weird gold. But I'm telling you, on these old ones, it kind of looks good because you know this stuff's gold. You know it is. So I'll probably sew that onto there. I don't know, it looks pretty. So I'm going to leave that there with this. See how you just set it all up and then you go back and... Because now I haven't done any sewing on any of this. And now here I know I have to have tags. But these are too big. All these images are too big for the tags. So for these tags, I'll probably use, I don't know yet, something I'll make, right? Because they can't be too big. Unless they can be note card size. So I'll have to make 4 note card size tags for this paper, right? And then I threw this music paper in here just to make it annoying for me because, you know, I can't stand just leaving it. But I see a lot of people just leave it. So I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing. So, Now you can see how we get this all together. So what we need to do now is I need to make some of these, like I said. And I gotta make some of the guest checks. And I gotta make 4 tags for the pockets. And figure out the stationery, papery stuff that I'm gonna put in there. So, sometimes when I do these, I don't have time or don't feel like doing the oven and all that junk. So, I cheat. I have it in a spray bottle when I use my iron. So I'm going to plug in my glue gun here because I don't even have that plugged in, but this is drying, and boy, oh boy, can you see that gold on there or not? Is that ever pretty? Maybe you can see the difference from side to side here. I don't know. But here is a white. Can you see the shimmer on that at all? I don't know, but it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. And it's drying and cool. Okay. So, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah. What am I doing? Just junking, that's what I'm doing, right? Just junking around. So I'm going to plug in my glue gun. One time I left it plugged in all night, and for whatever reason, my phone was right next to it, like on it. You know, like, I don't know how it happens. I sling stuff when I'm doing this. I just throw shit around, and it was on there, and I got up the next morning, and I thought my phone was going to blow up, I swear, because it was so hot from sitting, you know. My husband says, oh my God, you're going to burn the house down. Okay, so I know I'm going to need some of these flowers, so I might as well just cut some of these out because I know I'm going to need them. And then we're going to do guest checks, note cards. We're going to keep checking on our glue and see how that's working. And then we can dig through my die cuts and my calling cards. Because the next one I'm going to do is, I want to use some of them calling cards. You know, I love them. And that is kind of a romantic thing to me. So I kind of want to do like diary style. Only like a love diary. Like, I don't know. All that smushy crap. It'll be cute. Oh, okay, so somebody was asking me how I get the variations in this coffee dyeing. Because coffee dyeing fabric and coffee dyeing paper is completely different. And so I wanted to talk to you about that because when you coffee dye fabric, what I do is, it's actually best, you get the best color when you don't dip all the fabric in the coffee. I leave most of it hanging out. And that's where I get all these dark colors from. So what I'll do is, I'll have all this, you know, and I'll just put this much of it in the dish and I'll leave the rest of it laying out. Or I'll pile it on top, you know, if it's like the muslin. I'll lay it in the dish and then I'll just pile it up there and not let it like soak in, and so that it seeps up into the fabric on its own, and then all the crunches and corners and stuff, and then it dries up here, and it just does this, okay? And the only way I can do that on paper, I found out, is to puddle it up. So what I do is, I put my coffee every day. I have a baking pan next to my coffee pot. And I dump all of our coffee in it from the day that we didn't drink, you know, and I just keep dumping it in there. And then after a day or two, you know, it gets all muddy. And I like it like that, nice and dark and yucky. And then I throw my trim and all my crap in there. Seam binding too, and the fabric, it's just so much different than paper. So anyway, what I do with the paper is I take my oven rack right out of the oven and I line it with the baking paper. And then I dip the pages and put the pages right on top of the oven rack, right on top of the baking paper. And then I pile it up, layer and layer and layer, you know. And then I put it right into the oven. Sometimes I bake the trims too, but I usually just let them air dry. Okay, so that's probably enough. But I do two, I don't know, I like to have a front and a back, because if I only put one on there, I don't know, it's lame. So I like to do two. So it's an actual, you know, tab. And these are really curling. I don't know what's up with that. And you have to have your iron on. You know, you have to have your iron going. And so I don't have that on either. I never have anything going and ready for when you guys come on. That's okay though. We're just farting around. You know. And if you're watching, then, you know, we're just farting around here. I'm not trying to be all formal. I'm in my robe. I'm eating oranges. You know. Okay. So my iron's ready and my glue's ready. Okay, and then I know there's a lot of new people just looking in. We're making homemade Mod Podge. It's your leftover glue that you're sick of, you know. Dump it in. I got a squeeze bottle at Walmart baking section. We added coffee and we added gold metallic paint. And so we're kind of screwing around here waiting for the stuff to dry a little bit so we can see what it looks like. Just to catch everybody up. So I did a book page and I did a... I really do think it's a glassine bag. Sorry, I don't know, but I think it is. I actually bought 2 of them from Hobby Lobby packs, but I've got so many bags now I'm all confused. But anyways, so can you see this better now? Can you see the glisten? I can't see what you guys are seeing. Let me see here. Oh, wow, I'm way too close. Okay. Can you see that? Oh, are you guys talking to me and I can't even see it? Is that what's happening? Oh my god, that's dumb. I didn't know you guys could talk to me at the same time. Shoot. I didn't know. I'm going to have to set this up better so I can read what you're saying to me. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Well, I have quite a few of you watching. I didn't realize. I'm just going on and on here. So I'm going to have to get, with it with this YouTube Live because I really didn't know that you guys could talk to me at the same time. That's cool. I'll have to get this set up right so I can answer you and stuff. I need a new setup, you guys. Somebody tell me what to get. I don't know what to get. I don't know how to set this up. It's so annoying, you know. I really don't. Everybody else's videos look normal and like you can see really good and it's overhead shots and all this, but I don't know how to do it. So I look on YouTube. You know, get a selfie stick and put it in a bottle and yada yada. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. But I'm working on it. What do I do, you know? I just went and bought a brand new printer. And I do need a new phone, but I can't imagine recording from your phone. But I know the girls do it. Some of them do it. Right now I got my iPad. And, you know, I'm just stacked up on a bunch of books. I don't know how else to do it. It's on a little kickstand, you know. My iPad is, and so I've been trying to find a really good system here. Oh, somebody's saying hi. Hi, Katrina. I don't know what size of what. Oh, my note cards. Let's see. 3x5, I guess, is what I'm using. And then I'm just making them here. Look at my iron marks because I didn't feel like waiting. Oh, I missed it. Katrina, I'm sorry. I missed what you were saying. I can't see my screen at the same time I'm doing this, so it's really dumb. I'm gonna, because otherwise you can't see my hands, so I don't know. Would you rather see my hands or my face? I really don't know, you know. I mean, I know we should see both, and I should get this figured out, but here's the dealio. I'm in Seattle, and there's no friggin' sun. I'm in the back, darkest room of my whole house. That's why it's not my bedroom. And I literally have one of those old lights, you know, with the 3 light bulbs. So I got the 3 brightest bulbs. I have a lamp on my desk, a lamp behind me. Like, I have so many lights on, I can't even believe it, you know. And you still can't see. So, hi, Katrina. You can see, oh, I missed what you said again. Something about seeing me, but, but I missed it again, darn it. But I'll keep checking. Okay, so now I need to look for my little thingies here. And, but the problem is then I would have to uncover my entire mess, and I just don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to do it. So I brought my old coffee right in here because I knew that I need a couple more of these note cards done up. I just want to make sure I have enough. I know this is not all exciting video, but that's why I named it Just Junking, because I ain't doing anything in particular. So I have tea in a squirt bottle, and I have coffee in my pot. But if I'm going to use coffee, I like to keep using coffee. So, but nobody will know, except for who's watching, right? So, this is really good too because this ink runs on these, you know, a little bit. And so, spraying is actually kind of a good deal because, oh, if I can spray anything, you know, since I've been doing this, oh, for Pete's sakes, now that's not going to work either. Oh, okay. It's clogged. Every sprayer in my house is clogged because because I'm trying to do sprays, you know, acrylic sprays, you know. Oh my God, and for Pete's sakes. So I've used every spray bottle and every sprayer in my house because I'm trying all the different sprays, and I ordered them on eBay, which reminds me, I still haven't gotten the dang things. So, if you weren't watching me, I would just pour it on. I don't have a spoon, so I'm just going to pour a little tiny bit and swish it around. Ooh. I guess. Because I don't feel like doing my oven and all that. Alright. And this is burlap underneath me, and it hasn't been coffee stained anyway. So, I'm not worried about it. Alright, and then you just get your iron out and dry it anyway, so there's no big deal, right? There's no love lost. There. There, see? It's a miracle! Okay, I need a little more. I can't believe my sprayer is clogged. And you know those my mom, she's so funny. She's like, I'm not buying an empty spray bottle for $4. I'll go get some Windex, you know, and use it, and then I'll have it. Well, I need a friggin' spray bottle. Like, I just need it. What am I going to do? But I've tried every kind, and they all stink. Unless it's just me. I don't know. Okay. The only thing with this now, when you use the iron and you just lay it right on, you get those iron marks. I don't know. Is that stupid? I don't know. You know what I mean? Okay. So we'll iron these, and we'll see how you get the iron marks. But, I mean, I don't know. It looks cool. Whatever. So we'll iron these, and we'll glue on the little flowers, and then we'll have our note cards. And then I'll find my little dealios for this, and we'll staple those on. And then, so I got this new printer, right? Set it all up. Literally, I just bought a Canon printer, okay? It's a beautiful fax machine. It's everything, you know. Does everything. And I spent, you know, some money on it. It's a big, heavy beast, you know. And so I get home, I plug it in, la, la, la. And I go print my deals, and I'm out of ink. I go to the store. I tell you, it was $75 to fill up all them. And I thought, to hell with this. Oh my God. Okay, so well, I can't print anymore because, I mean, you know, I'm going to go broke trying to buy ink. So it sat there, and I do black and whites. That's no fun. So somebody told me about the HP Instant Ink program. Do you guys know about that? Somebody tell me. Hi, Katrina. What are you saying? Let me see if I can read. What? Oh, Laura. Hi, Laura. Okay, so I heard about the HP ink program. So I flung my, hi, Laura. Hi, Christine. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I took my big beast of a printer and I threw it right out, and I went and bought a little I went and bought this little HP, okay, because of that instant ink program. So let me tell you, $10.99 a month, and I get 300 pages and unlimited ink. My printer tells them when my ink is low, and I don't have to do anything. They just send it to me, okay? So I went crazy yesterday and the day before. Well, I actually for 3 days. I went a little crazy, and I printed everything in sight. You know, I did, I think, 78 pages. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. But I was so excited, you know. Free ink, what the heck? I'm printing everything. Printing everything in sight. No, but really, I made books. You guys see me. I have proof. Okay, there we go. Iron dry. Woohoo! So now, I ran my ink out in 2 days. So now I'm going to have to call them and say, okay, my ink's out. Now what? You better get to sending it to me, or you know, I'm going to have issues. So I feel like calling them up, you know, right now and nagging. But it's still too early. But believe me, as soon as the office of operation hours are open, I'm going to be calling them. Dude, like, you know, time is money. Get me some ink. Get me my friggin' ink, you know. Although, sometimes we get... Hi, Christine. I just missed what you said again. I do that every time. If I could get closer here so I can read and... How can I multitask like this, you guys, at the same time? Craft and read. I don't know if I can. But I'll try. So I have to move my chair. How do I do one sheet at a time? Oh, are you guys talking? Oh, I see. You guys. Oh, okay. So when I puddle up my coffee on the paper, I'll get back to what I was talking about here. It's kind of tough because they get stacked up, you know, when you put them on the oven racks. And sometimes I get them all wet, you know, and you're stacking up all that wet coffee paper. And let's see, how many of these do I got? I think I got 5. That's probably good enough, or I'm going to run out of flowers again. So I have extra ones for next time. I didn't see what you guys were talking about, but I know you're talking about something. Something, and I'm missing it out on all the fun because I'm doing this. Look at this trim. Oh my God, my mom sent me this trim. Look at this. I don't even know. It's so stinking pretty. I can't stand it. So I just used a couple of pieces on the last journal, but oh my God, it's so pretty. I don't even know what to do with it. yet, but it's sitting here. Okay. Now these, I rip off the bottom and I fold it right here and I get the little dealie out. So we'll look for it and see. I ran over my glue gun cord. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Once it gets to be a certain amount of messiness, you know, you gotta just stop. Alright, so I'm looking for my little muffin thingies. But you know, I'm almost out of them. I noticed. And all I have is Christmas ones left in my baking stash. You know? So we'll see. We'll see if I can even find any right now. I probably won't be able to find them now that I'm looking for them right now. I know where they usually are. Usually right here. But I have such a mess that can't really see where they are right now. I'll look for a little bit here. If I can't find them, well then we'll just move on. I'll find it, I'm sure, as soon as I shut the camera off, right? But I have stuff everywhere because I've been doing so many things. I can't find it. So we won't finish those. We don't have to finish those. I wanted to. I could lift up this side and look. Lift up all the sides and look to see if I can find them. Nope. Bummer. Okay. So, here's my little journal again. And now I'm gonna I'm gonna show you the seam binding I did. I got really good coffee marks on it because, like I said, I leave it out into the, you know, you can see where this was probably the part that was submerged because it's completely dyed. But then there gets to be these spots, see, where it doesn't, all like these, you know, where it doesn't, let me see, this isn't quite the good best view here. So anyway, it gets a really good variation like this part right here. I love it. From sticking out, see? What are you guys using alcohol for? What did you buy alcohol for? What are you doing? I'm missing what you guys are doing here. Oh, coffee dyeing with alcohol? That's weird. You put alcohol in it? What does that do? Does it make it dry faster? I don't know. I really don't. I can't imagine what you guys are doing with that. Oh, is that what you were talking about with the paper towel drying it and stuff? Okay. Oh, dry faster. Yeah, the alcohol, I figured. But, okay. Now, like I said, when I do these dang bags, when you stack too many of these up in the oven, they stick. But I notice when I stack them in between paper, they don't stick as bad. So, hi Laura. Thanks. I know, isn't it cute? We were trying new things. I decoupaged this one with glue stick so that it keeps the texture of the napkin so it's still nice and soft, and it keeps the crinkle. And then we did this one with the homemade decoupage that we've been trying out here. We added, ooh, you can see a little glisten there. We added our old glue that we're trying to get rid of, and we put it into a squeeze bottle that I got from the baking section. And we put glue, coffee, gold paint, And some of the girls now are saying to put alcohol in it because dries faster. So, okay then. But ooh, isn't that a nice glisten? You can see where you get the yeah, you have to try it. I'm just trying it right now. So you get this gold on there, and then we did it on a book page too, so you can see, look here. We did it on the book pages. I have terrible lighting, but it gives it a little gold shimmer, not a whole bunch, but I like a lot, you know. And so it's really neat. It looks good on these pages. I love it. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we're setting up sack journals here. My little sack journals. They're so cute. I think I'm going to ink this. It's just way too satiny. And this is way too bright, so I'm going to ink that, but I don't have to do it right now. And then you see how I cut the bottom of this bag. So now I can lift it up and I put little notepads right here. I make a little notepad, a flip-up notepad, and then you have this, you know, your opening right there. So that's how we're going to do that. And this is a white bag. It's coffee stained, you know. And we're setting it up here. We're setting up our little sack journal here. Okay, so now, since I can't finish my guest checks, I got one. And I got 5 note cards. Okay. I'm sure I'll find these dang little muffin papers as soon as I'm not looking for them. And then my images. Okay. So now, I think it's time to do my image corners, and then we can figure out the trims and if I'm going to sew and how we're going to do it here. And then I need 4 tags also for that graph paper page that we did all the fold outs, flip ups on, I mean. So we need 4 tags for that. And I measured them and they're like note card size, those note card size, but I haven't gotten anything for it yet. So I'm going to look through. Yesterday, like I said, I printed all that stuff, and I printed myself right out of ink, so I got nothing. So I got to use what I have, which is okay, because I never used my printer before, and I made nice journals, so. Okay, so this one I've decided is going to be the cover, because I love these, the way they're reading this letter. It's just something else again. And their dresses are just satin, and I love their little shoes. It's just adorable. And I like how they're really enjoying what they're doing, and her little hands, you know, reading that little letter there. It's just so cute. So that's what I'm going to use for the cover. And then I was digging out this seam binding because I wanted to talk to you about the covers. Okay, and I've been doing this for a while, and I still make these stupid beginner mistakes. Oh my God. Okay. So, you know, you have all these things to consider when you're doing these, and so, you know, it's going to be open and shut a million times, so we have to do something. Bye, Christine. Bye. See you later. Okay. So we have to have something for the seam, for the inside. So usually I use, well, I like muslin, you know, and I covered the whole thing with muslin. And you know, my little dog with a disability, she's got to go out or she's going to pee all over everything. So I got to get up. I'm sorry. I'll let her out. Hi, honey. Morning, honey. Come on. Look right. Hey, honey. Okay. Sorry. You know, life happens when you go live, but it's okay, because we're just sitting around. Okay, so I want to put this on the top, but I also want to have something covering this, so I think I'm going to do Well, I always want to do muslin, I guess. And I coffee stained this already. And I did my last one, and I just took a piece and wrapped it around. That's all I did. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, but here's the deal. I get so excited doing the cover that I forget about the closure. And I've done it, like, I don't know how many times. I don't know how many times. Okay, and the thing with muslin is, of course, you guys probably know this, but beginners sometimes don't. It's really great because you can just cut a little slit like that and rip it. See? And then you get the frayed edge. Because you don't like to cut. Well, it's not that we don't like to cut, but it's... Okay. So, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Alright. So the ribbon has to go underneath everything. See? So we measure. So I measure how much I'm going to need, right? Just eyeballing, I have no idea. So I'm just going to use that much. I'm just going to use that much. Okay. And this has to go on first. Okay, but listen. First of all, if you're going to sew your signatures in and you want to cover up your signatures, then, you know, you got to wait to do all this and sew in your stuff and then cover it all up. But I just wanted to show you this really quick, okay? Because I'm going to sew in my signatures and I want them to be covered. But you can do it two ways, so it really doesn't matter. But anyway, because you can put trim on the outside. But okay, so what we're doing is you glue this down first, just a little bit. Or at least this is how I do it. I don't know. I can't say how everybody else does it, but this is how I'm going to do it. So you glue this down. And you glue this down. Okay. Bummer, look at that cool part that's going to be under my muslin. Oh no. Okay. And then we got our muslin covered. And then you go over top, see? See, and now you have your closure's going to be ready. You see what I mean? So now, I'm just going to put a little, see? Little glue on here. And looky, looky. Hi, Katrina. Okay. We'll see you in a minute. We're just farting around here, you know, while I'm doing this. So we will be here. We will be here for a little bit anyway. I always get up early and do this, so I like this. You know, I was doing these videos and I thought, well, I can't do this. Nobody's home or nobody will watch right now. It's too early, or, you know, I try to do it when I think, like, everybody's home from work or whatever, and then I thought, what the heck? I'm going to do it when I want to do it, and then they can just watch if they want later. You know. So, I'm doing it at my convenience now. There. See, now you got your little muslin on. Now, I didn't go all the way around, and it's not all the way to the edges, but I like it like that. And this is just sack journal, so it doesn't have to be, you know, I'm not doing a big, major, you know, major fancy one. It's just a sack, right? Okay. So, now I have my ribbon underneath, see? Underneath my muslin. And, I love these coffee dyed flowers for the back, like I did on my Tsunami Rose one yesterday. That was so cute. Oh my god. I love that one. I like my 3 little kittens too, but here's how I know if something is good, if it gets bought. You know what I mean? Like, I love the nursery rhymes, and everybody loves the nursery rhymes, but they don't love it enough to fork over the dough. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, I'm not going to make any more of those if they don't sell them. You know, I ain't making them. But I have this huge nursery rhyme book, and I was so thrilled. Because I like the nursery rhymes. But, I don't know. We'll see. So I have all these tags, and I'm going to make one more of these sock journals with the nursery rhymes. And if it doesn't sell, then I'm not making them anymore. I won't make those kind anymore, even though they're cute. Okay. Okay, so I put these 3 flowers on the back. I like to do it like that, because that's really cute. And sometimes I use hot glue for these little ones, you know, in the back. It doesn't matter. I just don't do the whole book, you know, with hot glue, because it gets hard and yucky, right? Okay. So I think I'll use a little glue. I'm sorry, but I have to have a little bite of orange because I'm not diabetic, but it's like borderline. And so I get real weird if I get too hungry. I start weirding out, getting dizzy and stuff. What is that called? Hypoglycemia or whatever? I don't know. I don't know, but I get it. When I get hungry, I need to eat right now. Oh my god. It's so funny. It's so annoying. Okay. Oh my god, that's adorable. I love these. You know, I like the simpleness of it. You know what I mean? I love that. Sometimes to me it gets just too friggin' much. Oh my god, you know? Alright, I need one more bite. I'm sorry. Alright. Okay, so here's the front. Last time I did this, I did it backwards. I was so mad. I did it all upside down. Oh my god. Okay. So now, I'm going to have this. See? That's pretty. And then how we fart around with the cover is, you know, I just lay my stuff out. I don't glue anything. I just lay it out there. You know, to see what I'm going to use. And, I have some satin. I have pink and white satin. So, I could dig for that. I did find some really nice flat stuff. You know, I don't do a lot of laces, you guys. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. It gets to be too much like pajamas to me. I mean, you know, some of them chicks, they make whole books out of lace. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god, you know? Alright, so I'm looking for my satin, is what I'm doing. So while I'm looking, or I'm looking for something that I can use for that. We'll see here what I find. Oh, I have this stuff too, which I love, but I don't know. It's pink. The camera doesn't pick up color sometimes very good, you know. And let's see. And I have this gold. I've been using this gold. This is weird gold lace. while I have these vintage ladies, because this gold sometimes, I didn't like it at first, but the more I have it around, like, it has its uses, you know. And I have some toile I really love, but it's pink, I don't know. And I have some others that might go in here, which would be nice. But it's paper, so I might use that for those 4 tags that I need to make, you know, for that, for those pockets. And I have some regular seam binding that's, I could use that. Oh, here it is. Here's some white satin. That's what I was looking for. And I coffee stained that. So we can use some of that. And this is more ribbon. Let's see here. And then I coffee stained this seam binding too, but oh my god, you guys, look how dark it got. It's just really dark brown. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. Okay. So let me get this out of the way. And we can see what we got going on here. Okay. And then I have this. I want to use this so bad. Oh my god, you guys, it's so pretty. I love it. Okay. So I still think I need something. Maybe this image is just a little too big. I could cut down some of this, but I love the wallpaper in the background. Oh my goodness. But I could cut a strip of that off to give me a little more room for the background, because I could add, you know, some cheesecloth or something to it. I guess I could have been a little more organized, but you know, I just don't. I just go with it and wing it. You know, even doing lives, I don't, you know, I'm not trying to, well, I'm not trying at all. But my goal is not to come on here and be a little Miss Perfect thing, because I know I'm not, so. Okay, see how that goes. So who's here? Why don't you guys say hi to me so I know who's here watching? I don't even know. Doesn't say who it is, but I know that there is. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura. I don't think I've talked to you much before, have I? Maybe a little bit. These bags are the jumbo lunch bags. I don't know what size they are because I threw away the package, but there's a big difference in size. Because, look, these are the regular lunch bags. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I like to watch somebody when I'm working on mine too, so it's fun. We're just gabbing, you know. So, here's the jumbo size, and then here's the regular size lunch bag. So, there's a big difference, you know, at least an inch. And the height is different, too, so they're a lot, you know, longer and wider and everything. You know. Katrina. Okay. So, I'm using the jumbo bags for these because I have a lot of crap I want to put in them. But, I am going to do some of these little sack ones. But, you know, they're going to be cheaper little ones. Like I said before, I like to have a couple $20 items, you know, in my Etsy shop, you know. Hi. Is it Angel? I can't quite see. Can't quite see. I'm looking sideways at you. All right. So if you guys are just crafting while I'm crafting, then you don't care if I have to let my dogs out and heat up my coffee and eat oranges, do you? I mean, it really doesn't matter that big of a deal, does it? You know what I mean? Because, you know, my little dog, Twinkles, she's so cute. She, let me tell you, I'm from Minnesota, okay? And I mean from the woods, you know? And I never used Craigslist before in my whole life. Till I moved here. And now I'm in Seattle, you know, it's the thing to do. So, I went on Craigslist looking for a little Shih Tzu puppy. And this woman, you know, going on Craigslist, I guess now I know, you know, but I didn't know then. It's not a good deal to go on and get puppies on Craigslist. Not a good deal. But I did it anyway because I didn't know. And this poor little dog. I walk in this house, this woman's got a million puppies, you know. So I'm sure she was, what do they call it, puppy milling or whatever. And here's my little Twinkles. I walk in, and she's on the right side of the room in a closet. The door was open, but there was a baby gate in front of it. And there was clearly something wrong with her. She couldn't do anything. She was shaky, and I don't know, she just was weird acting. And I said to the lady, well, you know, what's wrong with her? And she said, oh, I don't know, she was born this way, and you know, she just isn't growing, and she's little, and she doesn't know how to eat, and we can't, you know, she can't do this, she can't do that, she doesn't know how to walk, and da-da-da, and she has seizures and all this crap, and oh my God. But here's the deal, is she had her segregated from all the puppies. She was all alone in the closet behind a baby gate. She put this little clump of little dry crunchies in her bed, and she leaves her for work all day. And, I mean, I guess that's okay, eh? And, so anyway, the poor little thing, she had stigmatism in her eyes, so her eyes go back and forth. She had she's got, spinal issues, so she had these neurological fits, you know, and she gets too much stimulation. Oh my God. Anyways, so, you know, here I am. Oh my God, you know, so I took her. And on the way home, she must have bit me. I don't know how many times she had seizures, you know, because she was too much stimulation. New people, and a new car, and a new everything, you know, and she didn't know what to do. Does that look okay with the gold? I don't know. I really want something to bring out. This is not showing up the right color, but it's a little bit of a light. I don't know. I think it's green or blue. Bluish green. I don't know. Anyway, so I took her home, and I must have got bit 5 times on the way home. She had seizures. I didn't know what was going on. So here the problem is she had to go to the bathroom. But I didn't know. You know, I didn't know. So, anyway, I wanted to use this satin, but it ain't working out. And that's just so bright. I don't know. I just don't know about any of this. Anyway, I got her home, and I watched her and figured it all out and seen how it was all going to happen, and, she couldn't drink from a bowl. She couldn't drink or eat from a dish. She couldn't do anything. It was terrible. So anyway, I'm just digging around for stuff for this cover. You know, I'm just digging in my stash for whatever it is I can use, you know. I just haven't found the right stuff yet. I'm looking for my cheesecloth. And it gets buried, you know. I have this pink, but no, that's, nope. Ha! I found one little piece. I got little pom-poms, too. I don't know. I'm just digging around, you guys, just looking. I know, you know, if it's boring, well then. Well then, we'll shut it off. But, ooh, see, this is pretty. I like this kind of trim for this stuff. And so, I was going to do some beeswaxing also. And I was going to do this other really cool trick I just learned with script stamping and tissue paper. And you put it over, oh my God, I got to show you guys. Okay, I got to get some tissue paper. Just 1 second. I have to show you this. It's amazing. I don't want to do it on this image, but...
Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Shit. Oh, well. Well, darn, I can't find any white. Shoot. That's dumb. I had the best trick to show you, but I could use paper towel, maybe. But we'll save that for another video. So, anyway. So I'm just digging around because I want to kind of figure out this cover, and I'm just looking at what looks good and what doesn't look good and how I can get this to look okay here. Yesterday I did a video live and it sucked. It was so shaky and so stupid. It was my Tsunami Rose design team project, and so I had to redo the whole thing because it was terrible quality, but you can't see, you know, when I'm recording if it's terrible. I can't tell unless you guys tell me, you know. And then when you're trying to record, you can't read at the same time sometimes, you know. So I'm thinking I love this, but if I put the cheesecloth over it, then it takes out some of the color, which I want because it's really bright. Otherwise I can ink it too, you know. And get rid of some of the color. I don't know. What is this looking like? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you get too much stuff. I just want fabric. I don't know why. I feel like I always want fabric. And I love the wallpaper they have in the back. No, that ain't good. Alright, so I'm thinking, so far I don't like anything. I only like the gold. So I don't know. Okay. Now I gotta make 4 tags for my pocket spots. Because remember when we did our... I just wanted to kind of feel this cover out and just see. But I'm not finding anything that I like, so sometimes I have to shop or dig or do something, and I'm not finding what I need whilst I'm doing this with you guys, and it must be boring watching someone, or not even watching me, because you can't see when I'm digging through my stuff. Alright. Alright, so we're setting this up here. And this one now. Oh, see, I got it upside down. Why did I do it like that? Okay. This is the one I need. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. I can't wait. Okay, this is the one I need now. So I need to do these 4 tags. But I don't know what to do them out of yet. I printed off these awesome images, and then my printer went on the frick, so now I got these lines. Oh my god, it makes me mad. Alright. So, I could make the tags out, a couple of them, out of this cool paper that we made with our homemade Mod Podge glue. If anybody missed it, just ask me. This one's looking really good now. It's pretty much dry. So that looks good. Ooh, you can see the gold shimmer. I'm excited about that. Alright, and then... So we need 4 tags to go on here. I don't know, is that boring? Just the music paper? Kind of boring. So I got to print out some stuff. So I'll dig in here and see what we can. This is my favorite forever. I am going to make a cover out of this because I love Lily of the Valley. The first time I seen a whole field, yard full of that, I was hooked forever. I love this so much. It's so pretty. I was going to make this the cover with all the girls inside, but if you've seen this for a cover, I mean, I would imagine it would be roses, which I am going to put in here, but I really wanted it to be about the girls, And then this one is my favorite. This is going to be the next one, or I don't know, but she's so pretty. She's my favorite one. The next one, or maybe even this one, the cover. I just liked those two girls. So I have some cardstock here. And if you don't print on cardstock, then you have to cut and glue. So I don't know. These ones, does this look here? I'm going to ask you guys since you're here. I was running out of ink. I was right at the end. And you know how these images come out kind of funny colored? If, your ink is getting out. Here, let me cut this out and then I want to show you. Because I want your opinion. I really love this image. It's not quite the right color, like I said, but if you didn't look online, you didn't know. So we'll see if you guys think this is a weird color. I don't know. Is it good? I can use this, right? You can still see your face and everything. I like this image. It's really cute, but I don't know. For some reason, it's got a weird... Does it have a weird tone, or is it just me? I don't know. I want to use it because it's really cute. All my images are going to be of, the girls reading the books. But nobody's answering me. You guys aren't even telling me if this is good or not. No fair. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Nobody has an opinion, and that's good. Okay. That's funny. You think it's good, huh? Okay. Okay, good. I gotta give you a little hell, and then you'll answer me, right? I gotta heckle you a little bit, and then you'll do it. Okay. Okay, well, if it looks okay, then I'll use it, because I really like her little smile. She looks mischievous, you know what I mean? Katrina. I could say more, but I'm worried, who's watching me. Can't be too vulgar, when you're, out in public. Although that's kind of the fun time to do it. But anyway, this one's cute. Okay, and it fits. See, right inside here. And that's why I just make a little tab on the side. See, that's why I don't understand how these chicks can make all these tags ahead. They make 20, 30 of them, and then it's like, well, how the hell do they know where they're going to put it? See, they make them all the same, that's why. Every single page, they just put a damn image on it, and then you're done. Okay. So I need a little tabby right there. So that'll be cute. Okay. But that's not what I was doing. I'm trying to make 4 tags. And I'm trying to look for images. Well, that's what I was doing. Okay. It can't be much bigger than this. Let me see that. Alright. So, I didn't print this out on cardstock. Or maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Let's see. Can't make it much bigger than this because it's won't fit in here. It can only be note card size. So let's see, how big can I make this? It's not going to have that much, so it's going to have stuff on the top and the bottom. I hate to waste all that music paper. How about if we just do it on the side? That'll be good. Okay, so I'll cut this out. And then we can glue the image on it. I'm just using this note card for size reference. And we're going to use this gold paper we made. Woohoo! Okay. So we'll just have it on the side. That'll be okay. And then we'll put the image on there, eh? Like that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Kat, what are you making? Are you making something right now? What are you working on? I want to know. Anything fun? Or are you just drinking coffee, watching soap operas? Or what are you doing? Okay. That's okay, right? Unless Kat's not here anymore. Can't tell when you leave and when you come, so I don't know. I can't tell anything. That's dumb. Okay, so now that I ripped this, now I gotta ink it, so. Oh my goodness, and I slimed it everywhere. Oh, Evie. I hate that thing. I need my little sponge. But how's that? Then I'll glue it on. We'll glue that puppy together. And then, but I'm covering up all my pretty glue I just did, all my gold paint. Okay, so we'll glue this on. Just for fun. And we'll make these girls a tag, right? Okay. And I could even sew on it, maybe. Now I got glue all over everything. Okay. I don't know. This creative process is so much different when you're trying to video it. I didn't realize. I've watched other people do it, but it really does change the way you think, you know, the observer affects the observed. Right? Hey, I used my psychology degree. Woo-hoo! Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So now the back of this, I'm addicted to gesso. So we're gonna stiffen this up because it's a little bit, I mean, it is on cardstock and a book page and music paper, but it's just not good enough yet for me. So I want to put some gesso on it. But you know, gesso costs money, so when I start using gesso and glitter mist and all this crap, you know, the price goes, phew! Can't help it. It's $25 freaking a bottle of stinking gesso. I can't believe it, so I make my own. But you guys watch my video on how to make your own gesso? Or some of you probably already know, but I got a new box of chalk. Just waiting. Just waiting for me. Okay. So I like to do the gesso and then sew because it just looks good. I don't know. Because it just looks good that way. I got a bunch of those tags. You guys seen my nursery rhyme tags, you know. And it's just gesso and sewing and it looks all good. Makes it look like you're a real artist. My daughter says to me yesterday on the phone, "Oh, that's really cool, Mom, that you do those scrapbooks." I was all offended. I'm like, Heather, you know, I'm not scrapbooking. I got mad. Oh, it's so funny. We started laughing. I'm like, are you walking around telling people that, you know, I scrapbook? I'm all insulted. Okay. So, there's one. Okay, one down. I got 3 more to go. And all that just for one little gesso. Sick. Alright. Now, I need 3 more. So, What you doing, Angel? Thank you to what? I missed it. I missed it, darn it. I miss everything. Because I'm trying to do this. I'm missing it. You guys. What are you doing, Angel? What are you making? I heard somebody, you guys, telling me you were making stuff. Oh, she must be leaving. Okay. Okay, then bye. Okay, then bye. You guys should tell me what you're making. It'd be way funner. At least funner for me, anyways. Because I have no idea what you guys are doing. It's just not fair that way. Right? I didn't even go to the swap meet this weekend. We stayed home and did the yard. Which is really fun. That's what I do during the day. I craft in the morning and at night, and then I do my garden during the day. I love the garden. So, I have an issue with it, though. My garden, I put it down in the nice spot I had for it, and I put the little white picket fence, and I planted my rose bushes, you know, and I'm all cute, thinking I'm all hot. Well, I have this, I just moved to this neighborhood, I had no idea what I was getting into. There's this abandoned house next door. And, you know, what coast I'm on. I'm in Seattle, so, you know. Just guess what happens, you know. An abandoned house next door. OMG. Well, when I first got here, I thought, oh, well, this is cool. I'm going to buy that sucker for cheap, right? Well, by the time it closed, you know, the closing of the house and everything, by the time it closed and we got here, there was already, you know, drug addicts, heroin addicts, meth heads next door, you know. And, so, you know, there was a trail to my house. They were plugging in their electricity to my house, you know, while it was vacant, you know. And, you know, helping themselves. And, so when I got here, of course, they quit doing that, but then they're, you know, what happens when you have those people around. And I don't even mean those people, because you know what? I used to run, I worked at the Hope House, you know, I got a psych degree, and, I worked with the AAA, I did the AAA meetings. I worked at Pear Lake in the women's facility, did them over there, you know, I understand all of that. I'm not judging, I'm just saying, when people are down and out like that, you know, they cause a lot of chaos. So, you know, because they're sick, you know, their mind is chaos. So anyway, I had, you know, fights and stuff and just crap and, you know, falling over into my yard, into my reality, you know. Ooh, this one's pretty. So I decided, what I did is I made a neighborhood watch group. And I got all the neighbors on the block to, you know, help me out. Let's figure this out and clean up our street here. Like, I'm over this. Like, you know, I'm from Minnesota. I never locked my doors my whole life. I never worried about it, going out in the woods and picking mushrooms and things. Now I got to worry about my safety, which I'm not used to having to do that. I actually don't like it at all. I never was afraid of people before in my whole life, you know, we, you know, moved around stuff my whole life. Like I said, my parents were hippies, you know, we moved around everywhere. I traveled all around. I never had that feeling of being scared, you know, of other people. And so, it was really something new to get used to. I was really afraid. And, you know, in Seattle, the real estate market, it's horrible. You don't have a lot of options, let me tell you. Okay, we're renting a place, and, it's like $1,500 a month, you know, we're renting a place, you know, a little apartment. And it's beautiful, and it's, you know, beautiful. I lived in a beautiful neighborhood. You know, Redmond was, oh my God, it's just beautiful. Town and country all the way, you know. It's gorgeous. I loved it. But high rent, no yard, neighbors, you know, your parking lot's a playground, which I can't stand that. I like to have some peace and quiet, so I wanted to move so my little new doggy could have a yard. So, first I thought, well, it'd be nice to have an income property around here, you know, we could get a duplex or something, you know, live on one side or maybe rent out the other or do something, I don't know, but that didn't work out. So, I said, well, we got approved for this and that, but you know, I don't want to work my husband to death. You know, God, I don't care about having a big, huge, fancy house. I like my cute little house. I got one of those cute little houses on the river, you know, and it's just adorable, so I'm happy. But the neighborhood, which I'm not used to living in a neighborhood either, so maybe I'm just freaking, but you know, is it normal, you know, I don't know, to have heroin addicts next door? I don't know. So anyways, I was afraid, but at the same time, I'm feeding them and giving them water. Then they come over and ask for shit, and then they're stealing wood. Oh my God! Finally, you know, because then I'm realizing, oh my goodness, you know, there's an epidemic here. You know, it's a complete epidemic. And so then, you know, I'm out in the street corner. I'm cooking. See, I cook, and out in the street corner feeding the homeless. I didn't know what to do. I didn't realize. I never seen that or heard of, you know, in Minnesota. I lived in the woods. I didn't see it, so, you know. But I didn't realize it was such an epidemic. So I'm out in the street corner feeding them. And you would be surprised at the response I got. People were really mad at me for doing that. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, okay. So I quit doing that because I realized I'm not helping them. So look at this one. But here's the dealio. I have this vintage cookbook site, and I've been trying to be able to do videos of cooking. You know, I like to cook. It's my big thing, obviously. I like to eat. So, but I can't get the camera right. Like, you know, what do I gotta buy? A little setup? I mean, I bought the tripod, I bought everything, but it doesn't, like, record from far away, you know? Like, me standing in the kitchen, it doesn't, like, do good like that. But I love my cookbook site, and it's called Vintage Cookbooks. It's on Facebook. I think there's, like, 1,000 members. And, you know, we all do this cookbook shit, but I don't know. I can't seem to get the videos right for that, and I want to because I love to cook. Well, I love to eat. And, anyway, I'm having all kinds of troubles with the lighting and the camera. Can't figure anything out. And I'm trying to do these. This is just, oh, babe, trying to use this for a tag, but it's just not, it's just so pretty. But I guess I could just clip it, but then I don't have nothing for the inside, see. So, shoot. I don't know. And my printer's out, so, you know, I can't just go print off something. So I just keep making them. So I guess I'm going to do some more gesso on the back of this. And that other one I did gesso, and then I can go over to my sewing machine and sew circles. Sew all the circles. Okay. I thought I was going to do these live ones on the weekend, but I think everybody's busy on the weekend. We were busy out in the yard, you know, doing stuff, so I didn't get to it. I tried to do one, but one, I didn't get any watches, really, and two, it was horrible. Okay, so we're going to gesso back of this baby. And I'll have two. I need two more. And we're going to use that that homemade Mod Podge glue that we just made. And I'll do a couple more of these. So we can have some tags to fill those spots there. Okay. So that's good, and we'll let that dry. And then I'll get a couple more. A couple more pages we can gesso. Since I'm gessoing, I'll just do a couple and then we can do the gold paint after. Right? You guys still haven't told me what you're working on yet. No fun. No fun. Okay. Gesso just makes everything, all your problems go away, doesn't it? Laura, that's funny. I like that. I do what I want to, even though I'm not retired. Well, I guess I'm kind of retired. I had an injury, so I get to stay home and do this. I guess. Okay, Laura, you don't have to answer me if you don't want. You tired of taking orders? You must have had a hard job. So now she's got a chip on her shoulder. I ain't answering you unless I want to. That's so funny. Okay. No, but really, I was just curious what you guys are doing while I'm screwing around. For real. Because I'm not doing anything in particular. Okay. Now we can let that one dry. I'll just do a couple. Because y'all know this isn't a tutorial anyway. And you're still hanging out with me, so as long as you're hanging out with me, why then I'll keep gabbing. Oh shoot, I got gesso on the floor. Dang it, how do I do that? You know why? Because I'm dipping right out of the jug. I'm not all organized and cool and have like everything all set up and ready with little bowls and, you know, samples. I'm just winging it. I just do what I want, how I want, and when I want. Right, Laura? Right, Laura? Come on. I know it. Get on the bandwagon with me. That's really funny. Oh, shit. I missed what you said. Darn it. Oh, yeah. That's right. It'd be better if I could move it like this, maybe, so I could see your writing, but it's hard to do this and watch for when and if you're ever gonna answer me, Laura. I could be waiting a really long time. Okay. This will be my last one of the gessoing. I love this stuff, but you know, I'm used to it being way thicker and Kat, I didn't know you were still here. I asked you a question, girl. You better answer me or I'm gonna start heckling you some more. What are you working on, Kat? I wanted to know. You know. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Laura. I just like to yell at people, right? That's funny. I'm sorry I missed your answers. Maybe I should have been a prosecutor and I like to argue. It's kind of fun. Oh, an altered book. Oh, okay. Are you doing what Crafty Irina says to do and like you start from the back and keep a couple pages and then rip out 8 and all that? Did you do all that already or are you? Where are you in the process? I did, my first junk journals were 2 altered books. Because I thought, oh, nice, spraying. All right. Spraying it with coffee. And we're going to iron dry. Right? Did I just show you a trick with iron dry? I'm sure you knew that already. I don't have any patience. Sit and watch coffee dry. Inspired? How could you be inspired by this mess? I'm not doing anything. Oh my god, that's funny. But hey, you know what? Whatever gives you inspiration, take it. Because it comes in the weirdest forms sometimes, doesn't it? Sometimes I find just this little simple stupid thing and I'm like, you know, my mind just goes in a million different directions after that. So whatever. If I do it to you, then good. Then good. Oh, good. Yay, Laura. I'm motivating? Okay, well, get the hell moving. You better get going. No, you know what the deal of it is? When I first started this, I was so, well, I'm like that. I'm a big reactor, and I it's not good. But because I get so excited, you know what I mean? Laura. I get so excited, I can't contain my excitement. And so it's like it's Christmas or something, and, you know, I have full anxiety, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid. How can I cannot even enjoy Christmas morning because I'm too excited? You know what I mean? So I really had to spend, I'm going to tell you the truth, the last year just calming down. You know what I mean? Oh my god. And I'm still up there, you know. So I have to I really have to chill out a lot because I get all panicky, you know. I mean, I used to have, you know, anxiety attacks and all this shit. So now I'm cool because I learned how to deal with it. Nobody teaches you how to learn to deal with stress. And here's the dealio with this. I quit doing crafts for so long I couldn't deal with it. I had too much crap. You cannot be creative when you have too much shit going on. It's like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, okay? There's this little triangle. And it goes up the ladder. You know, you need shelter and food and water and, you know, all these things. And you can't get up the ladder, you know, to creative thinking and enlightenment and all these different things because you got all this crap going on. So all of a sudden, well, actually, I changed my entire life. And I all of a sudden made space for something else to happen. And this is what happened. I got my creativity back, and I'm so thankful for it because I lost it because I just was too involved. Just, you know, sometimes life it just takes you over, and you can't let it. You really have to be conscious of where your mind is going. We're trapped, you know, in our minds, and so the only freedom we have is when we're not thinking. And I know everybody's going to say, what? You don't think? Well, let me tell you. As soon as you start thinking, it perpetuates whatever it is you're thinking about. Okay? And even all this positive crap, it's a positive thinking and all shit, takes too much energy. It really does, listen. Way too much energy to put on your big girl panties every goddamn day and try to deal with what goes on. You know what I mean? So here's what I learned. Be at ease with whatever situation is happening. And don't take anything personal because everybody's only living in their own reality. And once I realized that, my whole life changed. Everything completely changed. So, now, I don't care what anybody else does. It doesn't bother me anymore. Where it used to, everything, you know, everything mattered to me. And that's why I had anxiety attacks. Because everything mattered and I was a control freak and But all that does is give you a freaking heart attack when you're 45. So I'm over it. So, now that I got my creativity back, well then
That just does my heart good to know I'm inspiring somebody else. So stupid. I don't know why. That plays to your ego, see. It's all about the ego. It really is. It's so dumb. Alright. Actually, this actually doesn't play to my ego. I'm just alone all day. I'm alone all day. My husband's at work. So, I actually just do it because I'm just screwing around. What, Laura? What did she say? I missed it. I always miss Laura's comments. Shit. Laura, just might as well say everything a couple, 3, 4 times. Okay? Because I missed it. Hey, there's a little thing down here. I wonder what that does. What does it say? Hide all the messages. Show live chat messages. Chat viewing options. Okay. Hide all messages. I don't want to do that. Oh, I have it on show. Okay. That's all I can do. Can't look back at the old ones. Okay. Well, too bad for me then, I guess. Snooze, you lose. Okay. I'm too busy talking, that's why. But wouldn't be any fun if we didn't talk, would it? I mean, really. You know. Okay. So, I have everything in various stages of drying. And yet, we're still doing this together, so. Oh, look what I got. I know it looks hideous right now, so don't laugh. But, my mom sent them to me. But you know, it's this old border wallpaper, you know, the old wallpaper borders. And, you know, it would be horrid to live in this, but it might be nice, because I like the stripes in the back. You know what I mean? I could cut these out, you know. Some of them. I mean, that's a pretty rose. If I cut that out, you would have never known it was wallpaper. So, I was thinking, I love wallpaper anyway. And I used to paint wallpaper, vintage wallpaper on my fingernails. You know, I have a video on that, how I did that on my YouTube channel. And it looks really stinking cute. So anyway, I have some more. So anyway, I was thinking about doing a wallpaper book. It'd be super fun, wouldn't it? I mean, I could cut those out and make a tag. You wouldn't know it was wallpaper. Right? Or is that dumb? Come on now. I'm looking and waiting for answers. So that I don't miss your answer, Laura. Are these dumb? Or not? It's a wallpaper border. See all the squares? I could cut them out and make tags. You like it? Okay, cool. Okay. Because it is kind of neat, right? I mean, I don't know. Not dumb? Okay, cat. Well, I don't know. You know, art is always subjective opinion, so. But if I cut them out, should I do it right now for this one? These old flowers might work on one of these for one of these tags. I might do it. Since I have it sitting out here. But you know what? This is the stupid thing about, I'm going to just say it, about this whole group. Here's the dumb thing about it. Like, I really want some opinions, and you never get them, because everybody always says it looks freaking pretty, and it's cute. Well, you know what? I've seen plenty of junk trails out there that I don't think are cute. I'm sorry. And this one chick, she calls me up, she messages me, and she wants to do a swap. Well, sorry, but I don't like your crap. What am I going to do? You know, I'm not into it. So how do you say that? You know what I mean? Without hurting somebody's feelings, like, I don't like doing swaps because, Laura, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You know how I talk. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I am. I just don't want that shit. I'm sorry. I want one that I like and that I'll be thrilled about and that I love. So when I make a journal for somebody, I want to make it about stuff that they love. You know what I mean? And so when somebody says to me, let's do a swap, just pick a theme. I'm like, uh-oh. You know, I don't want to just pick a theme. Like, I want to be completely thrilled. You know what I mean? Thrilling. It's got to be thrilling or I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, what's the point? Like, I mean, I can make my own shit. I don't need you to make it for me, you know? So So I have to put it in the most delicate manner, you know. And so anyway, you put these picture up on the group and you ask questions. This one little girl, she follows my channel. Shit, I can't remember her name right now. I'm horrible with names. I got a brain injury, you guys. I can't remember anything. Okay, so don't take it personal. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just telling you. Even though it is funny. I crack myself up all the time. Because, you know, why do I think these things? But anyway, now I can't cut. Oh, it's funny. Anyway, there's this one chick. Oh, I can't remember what the hell I was going to tell you now. Oh, shoot. It was really funny, too. But anyway, I do makeup videos, too, you know? Yeah, me too. I like originals, too. It's so much better. But here's the deal. I made the Tsunami Rose design team. You guys know that. And I'm so excited, you know? And, but here's the deal with it. Is every month we have to make a journal out of what they tell us to. So that's why all of our journals start looking the same. You know, because everybody, thanks Laura, it was so fun, I can't believe it. She had so many different applicants. Oh my god, I didn't think in a million years I would get it. Because, you know, I just started, shoot. But anyway, I sent her my store, you know, it's Bygones Variety Shop. And thank you, Kat. And I sent her my videos and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, she said, you know, cool, I'm in. So I got in, and now I have to make, you know, these journals out of Tsunami Rose paper. So you're going to see my journals change. Or I like to do all the styles, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. I have to do one a month of their Tsunami Rose paper and, you know, what they tell me to do. So that's why when you start seeing all of our videos, they all look the same. Because we all have to use the same paper for the month of June. So right now, you're going to see all the friggin' hummingbirds. Next month, I'm so excited. It's actually not next month, it's July. I'm way ahead. But we get to do tea party desserts. Oh my god, I'm so excited. You know, with the cupcakes and all the biscuits and the teacups and all that shit. Yeah, I like my original too. You know, that, I like all the originals. It's way more fun and creative. And actually, I didn't even know if I was going to even like the whole process of using design paper because you print it out. And then I was like, I told the girl, well, now what do I do? Like, what? I'm not used to having paper already done. But let me tell you, I've only used used it once. And all it was envelopes. And, like, stationery, basically, and a couple, like, to-do little check-off lists. You guys seen it if you watched my video. And it's cute, and it added, you know, into what I was already doing, so I didn't have to stop what I was doing, and, you know, I just put it in with those vintage ladies and just stuck it in there, you know. But, the next time it's, you know, tea time, and I'm not going to be able to just stick it in there. I'm going to have to use that for the whole theme, you know, but, what? Oh, shoot, I missed it. I missed it again. Alright, what am I doing here? I got the glue on and I'm talking and I lost what the hell I was doing here. Okay, well. See, I can't do too many things at once, y'all. Okay. Anyway, so now, oh, I wanted to tell you. Oh, here it is. So now that I'm done with my, Laura, now that I'm done with my project, I can get back to doing my originals, see? So, it's going to be mixed up. That's why all of us have, you know, all the different kinds. You know, we always have our style, and then we have, you know, the other kinds. So this month it was all kittens, so which was really weird because I was doing the 3 Little Kittens journal anyway, and I wasn't even in the design team yet. And I thought, oh shoot, I got it done last month. I would have had it done already. So anyway, my next original, I'm charging more because it's going to be bigger. My next original is, I have to show you guys what I did. It's so cool. The last one I did tea, because I really love the tea bags in the way that organic black tea looks. But when I was little, you know, my parents were hippies, and you know, we lived out in the woods and stuff, and we never went to town. You know, my dad hunted, and we had a garden, and we lived like, I don't even know. I don't want to say Little House on the Prairie because it wasn't, but we lived so far back in the woods that you know, we had to cross a tree for a bridge. My dad cut down a tree, or maybe it was already down. I'm not sure. It was pretty little. But we lived in Plains, Montana, and we lived back in the woods. We had to cross this tree to get over this river to get to our house. And my dad thought it was a good spot because the creek ran right through our yard. And by then we could put stuff in the water in the creek to keep it cold, see? Put our eggs in there and all of our stuff, you know. And we had this rope with a basket on the end. And we just pull it up, get our stuff, you know. And we had kerosene lamps and the whole deal. Outhouse and everything. I didn't have water or electricity until I was 16. Can you believe that? You don't hear stories like that anymore, you know. So I'm thankful to have a childhood like that. You don't hear that many stories. So yeah, it was cool. I loved it, Laura, and I always want to go back. You know, I do move to the city. I've lived in the city a lot, you know. But I always go back to the woods because I just love it. But the problem is there's no work. You know, we have bills now. It's not like it was in the 60s, you know, in the 70s. You can't, I don't know. Is this okay for a stinking tag? I mean, it's okay, right? It was wallpaper. Looks good, huh? I can ink the edges and, I don't know, put something on it. Looks good. It's pretty. That's cool. Let me find my little spongy thing here. And you like it, huh? I mean, it's alright. It would be good in a botanical or something. But I think it'll go okay in mine. I think it'll be alright. It's a little bit big. I think it'll be okay right here. You like it, Kat? Okay, well, I'll ink it up and cut it down to size and run over it with the car. Do a couple things too. We'll see if it looks good by the end. I'll go put it in the driveway. Run over it a couple times. See how it looks after that. Oh my god. Okay. So my parents ended up, listen to this, getting divorced, right? When I was like 9. My mom was tired of living out in the woods, you know. And I was in school, and you know, we have to have a ride a bus like a normal human. And you know, my dad didn't even want to send me to school. He didn't even want to get me a social security number. That's how weird he was. You know. And so anyway, we finally moved to like the edge of a town so I could actually like ride the bus to work. To school. And my mom wanted a bathroom. And not an outhouse. For once. They got into a big argument. And my dad said, "Oh, I'll just put the outhouse. I'll just attach the outhouse," he says. "I'll attach it right to the kitchen. And then you don't have to walk." My mom just blew up. Can you imagine the smell? What a thing to say to my mother. Now listen, we're not Jack Pine savages, you know what I mean? I mean, this might sound all savage and everything, but it really isn't, you know. Look here, I'm looking for my damn... So anyway, they got into this big fight, and she left him. She left, and guess where she took me? 10 years old, never been out into the city or anything. Yeah, I know, you gotta have plumbing. God, I was hauling buckets of water from the lake, you know, since I've been I don't know how long, and now, you know, my body's just, it's a wreck. You know, it's hard to do that, gardening and all that, and clearing land. I mean, you buy a plot of land, and it just was a piece of land, you know, trees and everything. I mean, we had to dig everything out, and, you know, do all that. Like, we started from the ground up. Can't find my dang sponge for inking is when I'm trying to ink this really quick. Oh, hey. Can't find it. So anyway, she left him. And guess where she took me? Detroit, Michigan. Detroit. Well, I never seen a black person in my whole life. I didn't know what the heck was going on. And I seen these little girls, and they were licking sticks of butter. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen. And I thought, what the hell, you know? What? I didn't understand. So anyway, I didn't have much culture, you know, back then. I wasn't exposed to anything, so, you know, what do you do? So anyway, yeah, she moves me to Detroit, Michigan, because that's where her mother was. And, you know, we moved in with Grandma on Rensselaer Street in a town, in a neighborhood. Oh, my God. You want to talk about culture shock, let me tell you. You know, and then, so we moved, you know, moved with my dad, you know, the hippies things, and then with my mom, then I moved with her. I can't find my sponge. Seriously. Like, it can't be this friggin' hard. Really. Now I don't know where my tag is. It's like... Oh! This is too much of a mess. I'm getting annoyed. Okay, here's the tag. But I still can't find my stinking inking thing. And I'm not gonna ink on here until I find my little tool. For Pete's sake. Is it really that messy in here? I guess it is. My glue won't even stand up. And then I have this burlap over top of everything because I have a project under here. And I thought it would be easier to see what I was doing on top of the burlap, but it's proving to be a pain in my butt. Well, I have two of them and I can't find a single one. Stupid. Here it is. All I had to do is stand up. Just stand up and you'll find it. Okay. So we moved to Detroit, Michigan, and she puts me in these schools. God, I was freaking out. Schools the size of a city. Now, how could that even be? You know? I was freaking out. And by the time I got to high school, oh my God, I'm telling you, I switched schools so many times in my life. It's not even funny. I switched schools one time 6 times in 1 year. I was completely invisible. Nobody knew me from anybody. So it was really cool because guess what? Every time we moved to a new town, I can just be someone else. I used to change my name and like my name's Kelly Renee, right? So one town I would be Kelly, and the next town I would be Renee, and the next time I would be like, okay, I need coffee too, but I don't want to stop and be rude. But then the next town, my initials, you know, Kelly Renee Calkins was my maiden name. So then I took the K and the C. So then I was Casey in that town. It was like all my friends from the past, they all call me something different. So stupid. But it's fun to move because then you can be who you want to really be and start over and you don't have anybody bugging you. You know? Sometimes you want to change and you can't. Because everybody keeps you in that spot that you were, you know. So sometimes it's best to move away so that you can do all the changing and then come back, you know, strong in what you're doing, you know. Anyway, I'm on a crafting channel and here I'm talking about all this crap. But I guess you guys don't have to hear my life story. But okay. I mean, I guess that's okay. And it's just sewed on the back. And now I'm going to sew around. I have pink thread. It's going to be really cute. Okay, watch. Well, you don't have to watch. Because you ain't going to be able to see. But I'm going over here to my sewing machine. Can you see? No. Okay, skip it then. I'll just sew. I'll just sew just for a second. Have it all set up here. So all I have to do is turn. Just turn in my chair. Okay.
still wet, so I'm having issues. I shouldn't have done it sewed while it's still wet. But I'm a rebel like that. So I'm doing it anyway. Then you have issues, see? And I use pink thread, and you can't really see with pink thread, can you? You can see it on this side, but barely. See, I think I like the black. I like the black thread better, I guess. Well, I already sewed it, so I'm not going to undo it now. Or change my bobbin and all that, but I do like the black thread better, I guess. But this is cute anyway. Now I can figure out what pocket it's going to go in and punch the top and put some stuff in it, and it's cute. Alright. Now, so here's the page I'm working on. And I got these, but I really don't like them. I'm not thrilled, I guess. Not thrilled. But we'll see. I doctor them up as I go. I kind of let things lay around and I look at it for a while, you know. And it kind of talks to you, you know, after a while. And you kind of let it speak to me for a while and see what it needs from me. See, that fits in there. It's a little tall, but oh, Texas. Ooh, that'd be nice. I'd like to see some pictures. I've never been there. So, Texas woman. Oh my God, do you have big hair and all that, Laura? Do you make big food and a big family and big everything? That's so funny. I love Texas women. They always have. They're just cute. I don't know. You have big hair? Oh my God, I would love to see it. I'm from the 80s, so I love big hair and big everything. It's just so funny. I had to move to Texas. I've never been there. I would love to have that southern drawl. I moved, I've been all over, but I didn't go down south much. But when I did come back with a little drawl. You just get used to listening to it, and then pretty soon you start talking like that. That's what happened to me. It's funny. Okay. I really don't like how that inked. I really want it darker, but that vintage photo just ain't cutting it. So, I'm going to try some black. Just for fun. Just to live on the dangerous side. Do it real dark and see. Oh, yeah. See, I love black and pink. Ooh, yeah. See, it looks like it was in the ashes or something. Listen to your channel and you'll hear your, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet you're cute. What do you do your videos about? This same stuff we're doing right now? I didn't even know. Once I start these journals and I watched a million videos, then it's like all of a sudden, okay. It's like all of a sudden I'm done watching them now for a minute and I'm just going to do my thing. But then I always go back and watch, you know, my favorites. My favorite girls. Okay, Laura, I'm going to have to go watch you then. For fun. And put a face to the name now. Unless you don't show your face. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends what I got going on here. But mostly I don't, because, you know, you want to see my hands. Not my face. Right? When did you do your last... Well, I know, because you know what? There's only so much you can do videos about, right? But I realize we really don't have to do them about anything. We just want some company, you know? I mean, shoot, I've been doing this for 2 hours and we're still hanging out. So whatever, you know what I mean? It's okay. But I do need a break here. I need some coffee and I want to go potty. And I want to eat a piece of toast. So, not sure if I should
go now and come back later. So nice out today. Okay. I gotta go heat up some coffee and make some toast. And then we can fart around later, okay? These are so pretty. I love the way that glue turned out. It's just cool. Alright. Alright, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, Kat. Bye, Laura. Bye, you guys.